It's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday.
Oh,
Because I'm taking off early tomorrow and going to the Rivian Outpost in the Hamptons.
in the Hamptons.
Yeah, so it's a
When did they
charging
finish?
outpost.
When did that get finished though?
I'm not sure. It's the grand opening this weekend, so it's probably been there a little bit, but I don't think the chargers have been open until maybe today.
And
Um,
you think it's going to be packed or no?
I don't know. I don't know how many Rivians are on the Hamptons. There's six charging stalls.
I guess
Um,
you're going to find out.
I'm gonna find out, but hopefully I can use them because they're free all weekend. Um, so I'm having Brandy charge the Rivian up at work 100%, and then we'll take the ferry out to the Hamptons, and hopefully I can charge for free there too.
You going to buy your next house out there?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've never been out there, so I
I've
thought it was
never, yeah,
a cool
never
trip.
gone there.
Maybe your next trip out.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be kind of cool. Newport though, going back
Newport,
there.
go to Newport and the Hamptons. But we got to take that boat over. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, let me know how that goes.
And they're gonna have like they're gonna have a drive-in theater at the Outpost, and they're gonna show the Goonies.
Oh, is this similar to what Tesla's doing? I'd still
It
to go to
is.
the diner.
It is. It's like it reminds me of what Tesla's doing at the diner, which you're gonna get to pretty soon.
Yeah, I just have this fear it's going to be just madness going there.
I mean, it's still been busy from what I hear. Like, have you heard of any of your friends gone there yet?
No.
They have to take some things off the menu, I guess, because like they were like running out of food.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, they had like waffle chicken sandwiches and bacon strips, and they take some of that stuff off. But I
Yeah,
hear
that's one thing. I think that's one thing I don't like doing. I don't like going somewhere and having to wait in a long line. I just I don't know
oh yeah,
why.
me either. I'm not into that. Like, but um you can order when you set that destination in your nav. It lets you order in your Tesla.
Yeah, that's cool. I
So
guess
when you
we
get
would walk around a little bit and check it out, and then
yeah,
hopefully find somewhere to sit. I guess you could sit in your car. So
you could, but there's some cool seating there too. So I would want to check that place out. But yeah, definitely make sure to film when you're there.
yeah,
Um,
that's not gonna happen.
and speaking of filming, I did last night. I did a video driving the Tesla and talking to Grok.
Oh,
On the
really?
Yeah, check that out. It's pretty cool. It's actually really good, and it you saw it a little bit, but it remembers what you said in the app, and it actually shows you the dictation of what you said in the car in the app. So if you can go back and like
Wow, that's cool.
see the text, so it's definitely useful. Like if you're going somewhere, um, it'll tell you, you can ask about restaurants, about where you're staying, if anything's around the area. And it actually told me about that drive-in. I didn't know that event was there until Grok
Yeah.
told me.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I was just gonna go to check it out the next day. They were gonna have a lunch or something. They invited everybody to.
Oh,
But they said there's a drive-in on Friday night. So I'm like, oh, I'll do that. So yeah, it's definitely useful. It can't send navigation to the car. Like it'll tell you the address of a place and it'll be like, oh yeah, just tell your car's navigation to bring you here to this address.
oh,
So that's kind of lame, but
yeah. That is nice.
they'll integrate that soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten the update. So
Yeah, you'll get it. You'll get it soon, man. All right, so what we really want to talk about today is the new Wi-Fi 7 access point, the ECW520, right?
and I can see it in the background there.
Oh, you can see it. Yeah, it's right there.
On the desk, yeah.
Yeah, and I could probably pick it up and show it actually.
Yeah.
It's warm. PoE
Not
Plus,
supposed to say
only
that.
PoE Plus, but it's a tiny
It's
little.
tiny, right?
Yeah, but it is fast. At close distance, you can see my laptops over here, the AP's over there, almost 2 gig. So it's connected 2.5 gig, and I'm getting almost 2 out of it.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome, and it's using 6 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz of multi-link. It's combining the two. So it's getting like,
Yeah, but are you running 320 megahertz? Or are you doing multi-link?
oh no, I'm doing 320 megahertz.
Okay.
Does it only do one or the other?
Yeah, I don't think it's doing both.
Okay, okay. I'm looking at it. So I actually have
Are
the
you linked up at multi-link?
oh yeah, oh yeah. So it's the
Because it
links
can use two bands to
to increase
um,
throughput.
well, it's really more about reliability, but yeah, it will increase, right?
So I'm connected, like it shows 6 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz on the band channel, and then aggregate speed is 2.5 down, 2.8 up.
Okay.
So I'm thinking it's 320. And it's probably mostly going on 6 gigahertz, I would say.
Well, you realize in 6 gigahertz you can create a single 320 megahertz channel without multi-link.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, definitely can. And I've seen that kind of speed without multi-link. Pretty much the same. I think, like you said, the multi-link more or less gives you more, reliability, right?
Yeah. Yes, for sure.
It's like having two motors on a boat. It doesn't make it twice as fast, but it makes it more reliable. It makes it a little more. It makes it more fast, right? But it doesn't double your speed.
Faster.
Yeah, it makes the boat faster having two 300 horsepower motors, right? But it doesn't
Yeah.
double the speed from one, right? So it's something like that. That's the closest thing I can think about. Um, but so anyway, I've been testing it. It's working well for me. It is a small 2x2 access point though, so you're not going to get like killer range out of it, right?
You're not going to get crazy range.
Yeah.
It's more like I would say in room or neighboring room
Yes.
connectivity, not like the 4x4s, like the 230, the 536. That's like 4 or 5 rooms
Right.
in comparison, right? And then and then you're operating on 5 gigahertz probably at that point, not necessarily 6 gigahertz.
Right.
6 gigahertz, it's like really in room connectivity.
Yeah. For sure.
Maybe just outside of the room. What do you think about that though?
So that's what I would absolutely say. Like, I don't think like if you're putting these in a hotel room and you're gonna do every other room, both rooms probably wouldn't get 6 gigahertz connectivity. Um,
Yeah.
but the 5 gigahertz would bleed through for sure. Give some connectivity. Now I tested at 25 feet away, which is pretty much line of sight. There's a doorway, but it was open. And I was still connecting at 6 gigahertz, but I was down to about 800 meg.
Which is a lot.
Still a lot, still good for 25 feet away. But a 4x4, I think I'd see even more speed at that range.
Yeah, do you think you would be, I mean, you typically run the 536, right?
Yeah, the 536 would be over a gig probably at 25 feet still with a line of sight.
Yeah.
And then I test at 50 feet. Now at 50 feet, this one dropped off considerably. I was still getting good connectivity, but only about 20 meg, um, you know, up or down. And of course it wasn't on 6 anymore. It dropped down to 5, and it showed multi-link 5 gigahertz and 2.4 for that connection. Now
Hmm.
at 50 feet, I was going through two walls, right?
Yeah.
With a 4x4, I'd still be getting maybe 300 to 400 meg, something like that, I would say.
Yeah.
So that's where you'll get the reduction, in this access point. Super fast, like in room, you get full 6 gigahertz Wi-Fi 7, basically, fully functional business class access point. But you'll need more of them for full coverage, especially in 6 gigahertz, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So just going back to the multi-link 320 megahertz. So when you're in the cloud GUI, do you see both your both connections, or you just see your connection speed?
I saw two connections. Let me get back in there.
Yeah,
Uh,
because like I'm connected on 6 gigahertz, and I'm only connected to 6 gigahertz because we have the SSID set up that way.
okay.
Um,
So the way I did it, is I set up a separate SSID for the ECW520, so I know I'm always connected to it, right? So I
Okay.
know I'm not connecting to another AP on the same network, right?
Yep.
And now if I look at my clients, quick look here, Jeff's laptop. So my laptop showing multi-link. You know, I'm showing multi-link. What's MLD stand for again?
MLO.
Oh, it's MLO. MLO.
Yeah.
Multi-link operation. That's the little icon.
Yeah, it looks like a D probably. Is
Yeah.
that what you're?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely connecting with multi-link. As far as 320 megahertz operation, I'd have to put the spectrum analyzer on to see, I think.
Yeah, but you're connected on two links though, is what you're saying.
I am, yeah. It's showing
Yeah, so you're most likely you're using multi-link.
yeah, so but here's what it's showing is 6 gigahertz right now at this moment, 3.8 gigabit on 6 gigahertz, 1 meg on 5 gigahertz in the cloud GUI. Now, I don't know, is that 1 meg real or
No, that's your connection rate, right?
okay. Got it. So yeah, it's definitely doing multi-link. Everything's working well. It's meshing well with the other access points. If you want to just throw a few of these in here, and
What do you mean matching well?
well, it's just
Sorry.
that it's working with the 526s, on the network,
It's
right?
not meshing. It's yeah.
Yeah, not meshing, but
Yeah.
roaming.
I just want to clarify.
Yeah, I shouldn't. That's a dirty word. I should never say that.
Yeah.
So what are you saying this is the best application for?
For the 520?
Yeah.
Well, I had a webinar yesterday, so there's a lot of cases. So, the concurrent clients, you could still have a lot of concurrent clients. Um,
Hmm.
so it could be anywhere from like a small cafe, small business,
Hmm.
medium-sized business. But if you're implementing, like in student housing, for example, and you need a lot of, there's a lot of access points typically in a student housing. It's typically one in every room. Um, this would be a good unit for that. If
For
you're
sure.
if you're if you're if you're approaching your customer and you're saying, "Hey, I have Wi-Fi 7," and they're aware of dual band versus tri-band, and they want a tri-band, the 520 is the way to go because a price point of 189, that's MSRP price, right? But if I'm deploying in like student housing, I can put one of these in each for relatively inexpensively. So like MDU, I would say multifamily maybe,
Yeah.
student housing, senior living, um, and then small businesses. But if you have like a lot of clients that are high performance clients, I would then start to lean into the 536, the 526, because you have a 10 gigabit Ethernet port on those particular devices, which you're not going to utilize all of them, but it does allow for more flow, right, for all those clients, I would say. So I would use the 526, 536 for like high density, high performance, um, like kind of networks. The 536 all day long, like high capacity
Yeah.
kind of networks. That's like the go-to for like a beast of an access point. The 520 is more affordable. You're working with a customer that wants Wi-Fi 7. They want 6 gigahertz. The 520 is the way to go.
Yeah, for sure. It's all about the number of drops too. Like if you have a drop in every room, then definitely the 520, right? Just put that in every room. They'll
Yeah.
get 6 gigahertz, and all the new iPhones have 6 gigahertz, so they'll instantly offload a lot of traffic from the 2.4
Yeah,
and
put your iPhone up against that 520 to give reference of size. Because I think that, yeah, but can you pick it up and,
5. Let's see.
sorry.
How's that?
No, that's all right. Yeah. It gives you a point of reference, I think. Like
The iPhone is basically the same size as the EP, like length and
yeah,
length.
like height wise,
Yep.
height or lengthwise, however
Yeah,
you
so
want
I
to
mean
look at
that AP is only as big as it's a tiny little AP. And you're not going to really see it. It's going to fit in better, in a lot of rooms, right? Where sometimes a big 4x4, they're like, oh, that's that. They're going to see that. This looks like a smoke detector or some other small device, right?
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. So like in room, it's not going to stand out. It's not going to be noticeable, and
Right.
it's more the edges are rounded, so it probably melts into like the ceiling better, or looks
Yeah.
better in the ceiling. So
But if you're
um,
limited on drops, like you don't have one in every room, you're going to do one every 4 or 5 rooms, then definitely you got to go with a 4x4, like the ECW536 or even the ECW230, which is my best seller. That's the one the customers still love the most, right? But
yeah,
that's only Wi-Fi 6.
yeah, Wi-Fi 6 4x4, yeah, dual
Yeah,
band.
for sure. All right. Well, I'm pretty excited about this AP. I gave it a big thumbs up in my review. My YouTube review, I'll put it below. I'll show the testing we just talked about. Um, and I think it's going to get, a lot of excitement because a lot of people haven't been able to really try true tri-band, Wi-Fi 7 yet.
That's right. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was saying yesterday in like the webinar, is that this gives everybody the opportunity to try the three bands, because there was questions on like how far does 6 gigahertz, they're still asking how far does six
Yeah.
gigahertz travels. Well, if you have one, you're running one, you're going to know now, right?
Yeah.
So and this is a good way to get into that.
And you also see, like, if you just have a new iPhone, you don't need any special equipment, or new laptop or anything. With the iPhone, you'll see like how much smoother, the network is on that 6 gigahertz, right? That you're not
Right.
competing with like interference from everywhere yet.
Yeah, and the other thing that we were just talking about is multi-link. You'll see
Right.
how multi-link operation works, and you'll see that within the cloud GUI,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool, right? You see
Yeah.
both connections. If I'm connected to 5 and 6 at the same time, it's going to tell you your link rates for each of those bands and give you that information. I think it gives you the RSSI for those too.
Yeah.
So that's also interesting.
Yeah, and if you have a Windows laptop, it's pretty easy to upgrade the card to a Wi-Fi 7 Intel BE200. I have a video on that. I'll put a link to that below also.
That's a good one, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
because I know a lot of our guys are going to want to, test it out. The laptop's going to give you the best performance, right? You'll see over some of these on the ECW536, I'll see over 3 gig, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
4x4.
crazy.
And that's with a 2x2 client on the laptop, right? So that is definitely using the 320 megahertz where I'm getting those kind of speeds, or
Yeah.
the multi-link. It's hard to tell exactly what's going on until you start looking at the spectrum analyzer.
Well, if you have an SSID that's broadcasting on 2.4 or all three bands, then most likely it's going to go to a multi-link. But if, like, for here in our office, we're running a particular SSID 6 gigahertz only,
Okay.
and so I know I'm connecting at the higher rate,
You
like
know,
the
yeah, you
higher.
know that's where the speed's coming from, and you're at
Yeah,
320, right?
right, right.
Got it. All right. Well, sounds good. Anyone have any questions about the ECW 520? Drop them in the comments, and we'll be back next Friday.